Hey guys, welcome back. Fantasy Endgame back to draft with you. That's right. We're going to get another live draft in here on Draft Lane. And in fact, I believe we have one spot left. And so that's rare these days. Usually it's full before we even get on here. But if you want to draft with us, here we go. Just jump on in. And as we mentioned before, available on both the App Store for Apple and on Android. Go to the Google Play Store, download Draft Lane right now because we are making our best effort to change fantasy for the better forever and give you some features you don't get on other platforms. And you also get to draft with us and our amazing in-game community. So we got another draft here. This is now draft 13.
Yes.
And I think we're finally going to do it. Finally going to set the record for most fantasy football leagues ever, because this is only half of the fantasy football leagues we're personally in. But this is a good problem to have, right?
It is a good problem to have. I actually just about an hour ago finished another draft for another real league, a Superflex redraft league. So yeah, it's going to be crazy this year, but giving it my best.
Yeah, we'll see
All right,
how it
looks
goes.
like we were full. So let me set the draft order here.
Nice. There we go. So reminder, and you're going to see the reminders in the comments, in the description, in the little ticker down below. Couple things to remind you about Draft Lane. First of all, download the app. That's the obvious one. It's free, and you can get into any free leagues. Yeah, this one right here we're about to do, it's a free league. And we have a bunch of free leagues available, public leagues that you can jump in if you're available anytime. We got a lot going on, multiple days and times and sizes and formats. So just go to draftlane.com/play. All right. And that website has been updated. If you checked it out last week or even a couple days ago, it's been updated. Some of the times have changed, and we've kind of pared down some of the leagues. And so check it out again. So draftlane.com/play. You want to jump into any of those leagues right now and see what Draftlane is all about.
Yes. And by the way, this is a best ball draft tonight. I know people were asking best ball. So here we go. Here's a best ball draft tonight.
Nice. Okay, we're ready. We're full. Let's do it.
We're ready. Baker gonna bake on the clock. 30-second clock. So get ready.
That's a good one. Baker gonna bake. Hysterical, I think, is in almost every single one of these leagues. Good on you.
He's even in like a lot of the free leagues, I noticed.
Nice.
Which is awesome. He might end up being in more leagues than we are.
Yeah, at this rate. Okay, so you got 3, and clearly I got the 4.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I don't know how that's going to work out. Do I go Jefferson again? You know what? I think I went Jefferson last draft. I can't take the same player in back-to-back drafts.
Because we're only going to do like a few drafts.
Saquon Barkley it is.
I feel like everybody is low on Saquon. I mean, it's hard to say people are low on a guy who's going like as a top, 6 to 10 pick, but I feel like people are just like expecting Saquon Barkley to like disappoint this year.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know, like, for a player that was the best player in all of fantasy, for him to be like, well, I'm not sure if he's worth a top 5 pick, it seems kind of odd. I know. And honestly, I almost question like why do we have Bijan over Barkley? And I know it's a different situation now. So okay, fine. Maybe Bijan's gonna get finally that huge breakout season. But then sometimes they're like, is that right? Like, maybe Barkley should just be the number 1 guy.
Yeah, I still do have Bijan over him just simply because of age. Like there's almost almost 100% chance that Saquon Barkley is not going to run for 2,000 yards again.
Probably
not 100%, of course, but like almost, because we've never seen it, right? It's very hard. Like it's hard to run for 2,000 yards ever, right?
Ever.
Like even one time in your life, it's hard to expect the guy to do it back to back. But that doesn't mean he can't run for 1,600 yards, score 12 to 15 touchdowns, and still be awesome. But I just look at Bijan as like, I still feel like Bijan has another level, right? Bijan hasn't peaked yet. And maybe this is the year he peaks. So
yeah.
For that reason, I do have Bijan over Barkley. But I do think, like, I've seen people, like I said, I've seen people rank Barkley like 9th, 10th. And it's like, why?
Yeah. Like, here's a good example. Okay, so and look, we preach this all the time. This is kind of what our thing is you have to look ahead, not behind. And I always say this too, specifically, I don't necessarily want to get a guy coming off his career year because he's
Right.
already had his career year, right? I want to get the guy
Yes.
who's about to have his career year. And so that's the exact argument you just laid out there. So I get that. But yeah, sometimes I like Ashton Genty, like exciting young rookie. There's no way that you should be taking Ashton Genty over Saquon Barkley. Like I think that's where you're galaxy braining it.
I think everybody's definitely galaxy braining. Look, Saquon could certainly, again, he's not going to run for 2,000 yards probably, so he's probably going to be worse than he was last year. But he's still probably going to be great. It's just galaxy braining here for sure. It's like Derrick Henry, right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I mean, come on, Derrick Henry, like he's getting up there in age, and then he goes out there and has, arguably his best season ever last year, right? Over 2,000 total yards, 18 touchdowns. It's like Christian McCaffrey, right? It's like, not talking this year, but I'm talking like you could have done the same thing with Christian McCaffrey. Said like, well, he had those great years in Carolina, but he's probably peaked, right? He's probably peaked. And then you missed like his phenomenal year, in 2023 in San Francisco when he like broke fantasy football. Like, yeah. Sometimes I feel like, sometimes like this is one thing I definitely have tried to do more of this year than in years past. I mean, still, of course, like analyzing and thinking about it and, all that stuff. But like, I feel like when I was early in my fantasy football playing days, I didn't have access to all this crazy information. I wasn't doing all these deep analytics. It was just like, oh, he's really good. You know what I mean? And I drafted him. Oh, he's really good. I drafted him. Now it's like people are like
process.
Yeah, and now these days it's like, well, his explosive run rate went down by 0.34% and his this went down, but you know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, hold on. Like, are we just galaxy braining here? Like, are we just galaxy braining or like
Yeah, there's a fine line, right? What's that one meme I see a lot lately, the chart where it's like, the bell curve. It's like the guy like this, and then the same guy with like the genius cap, and it's the same thing.
Right.
I'm sure there's a name for that, but yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
All right, Baker gonna bake on the clock. You said say again because I know you did say it, but I obviously forgot already. 2 receivers, 3 receivers. What is it?
3 receivers. So best ball, 3 receivers, 1 flex, full PPR.
All right, 3 receivers. Good thing I went double RB, but that's okay. I don't have to take another running back forever.
I was really hoping. I
think you want.
I went double RB too. Actually, now I look at it, so I better go T Higgins here.
Well, this is going to be a different kind of draft for me. And here we go. Sorry to keep you waiting, although you dropped this super chat a half hour before we even went live. So Tyler C, I know you're probably still waiting patiently, but let's get this. Thank you, Tyler. Let's review his team. We're still in the early rounds, so we'll put the draft board up as well, but let's get this done here. 10-teamer, half PPR. It was 3 receiver, 2 running back. Oh, this is the wife's team. Okay. Daniel Stroud, Sun God, Waddle, Jacoby, Golden, Coleman, Kirk, Chase Brown, Pollard, Monty, Tracy, Algier, Kraft. What do you think of this? This is a 10-teamer.
I mean, wide receivers are good, but not great for a 10-teamer. Yeah, I'm guessing she went Sun God, Chase Brown, Daniels.
Yeah.
Who was her number 4 pick? Waddle?
I know.
Because I feel like there's a gap here. Like I get like, okay, Sun God, Chase Brown, Daniels, but like, did she like who was her 4th rounder? Who was her 5th rounder? Because I don't feel like Waddle shouldn't be going in the 4th in a 10-teamer. Jacoby shouldn't really be going in the 5th in a 10-teamer. Pollard is
Yeah,
kind of
like
later. Monty, like I'm really
Pollard,
wondering what
Monty.
happened in the middle there.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, again, it's good, not great. I
Right.
mean, it's solid, right? There's no bad picks here, but yeah, I feel like that we should have a little bit more star power on the top of the depth chart, right?
Right. Like I'm kind of again, I would be very interested to know who she took like round 4, round 5, and who else was on the board. Because I mean, like even Waddle and Jacoby in a 12 team are typically not 4th, 5th rounders.
Right. So it may have been a little reachy. Now as far as like fixes, I mean, I don't think there's anything to fix. Like there's nobody here I would say drop them or,
No. I mean,
it's
in a
not
10 teamer, you can drop Stroud. You don't need a Stroud when you have Daniels in a 10 teamer.
right. So I wonder maybe,
But who are
in
you?
a lot of leagues that quarterbacks go early and often, maybe like the backup quarterback was a mid-round pick or something like that.
Man, I hope Stroud wasn't a mid-round pick.
No, but it might have been.
Yeah. Yeah, for a 10 teamer, this is probably like a 7.
Yeah.
But look, I mean, it's not like she doesn't have good players. If Waddle bounces back, if Jacoby's great, if Golden's great, if Pollard's great, and Monty, this team can still compete. But I just feel like something's missing. Like something happened. Like she made 3 picks and then she like went to the kitchen to get something to eat and came back and was like, oh crap, I missed a couple picks.
Yeah. Yeah. That or maybe again, like Pollard, Monty, solid, but yeah, and it's hard to say because like there's no players here I dislike. I mean, we've been talking up
Right.
Pollard a lot this preseason. We've been talking up Waddle,
Right.
but yeah, for a 10 teamer, I'd prefer Waddle as like my number 3 receiver. So, anyways, appreciate that, Tyler. And then we just had another one. We had a couple. Here we go. Alexander's channel. Welcome back, Alexander.
What's
your
up?
channel. Nico or Henry?
In PPR, I'm going Nico. I like Nico in PPR.
Yeah. Again, nothing wrong with taking Derrick Henry in the first round, but I've got Nico as a top 5 receiver. Okay, and then Paul P. 12 team PPR wants a rating on this team. Had the 2. Had Baker, who we assume is going to still bake. Ladd, Ridley, Bijan, Swift, McBride, Caleb, Tank, Braylon Allen, Keon Coleman, and Njoku, Love Bass, and Buffalo. That's some Buffalo fandom.
Is that a kicker and a defense? 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. So you got Ladd, Ridley. That's good. You got Bijan Swift. You got a McBride at tight end. You got Baker at QB. So you're good there. Flex going to be a little issue here, right? Ladd, Ridley, Bijan Swift, McBride. I mean, you got to flex 2 of Caleb, Tank, Braylon Allen, Keon Coleman.
There's not a lot of receiver depth there.
Right. Again, I'm wondering. I mean, obviously you went Bijan Ladd, McBride. Did you go Ridley in the 4th and then Baker in the 5th?
Maybe. You're on the clock, by the way. You're back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have been Bijan, Ladd, McBride.
See, this is the thing. Like, I know the video didn't do very well, but I think it was a great video. Which is weird. Like sometimes the videos that are the most helpful don't do very well, but the ones where you're just like, draft these 5 awesome guys. It's like those are the ones that explode.
Typically, yeah.
It's like, hey, here's a ton of awesome information that can help you draft better. It's like, nah, but I get it. Because in this kind of format where you need 2 wide receivers and 2 flexes, you're probably, you're going to want to start at least 3 wide receivers, probably 4 wide receivers every week. Like, I'm okay with McBride, but man, I just would have waited on QB probably. And got more wide receiver depth there.
Yeah, that's
I probably would have definitely gone hero RB in this build. Man, you guys really want me to take Tyreek Hill, huh?
Yeah, I left him for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave him for you again.
Oh, now you're forcing my hand.
um,
Xavier
again,
Worthy on the
yeah,
board.
like Lad Ridley, great. Bijan Swift should be great. McBride, great. Baker will probably be very good this year. But again, you have to flex two of Caleb Johnson, Tank Bigsby, Braylon Allen, Keon Coleman. Could it work out? Could two of those guys end up being way better than we think? Sure. And if they are, this team's going to be really strong, but you're really banking on that now.
Yeah, notice too, like in the other team, you got Jaden Daniels with an early pick. You didn't need Stroud at all, much less any quarterback. But like in this one, you got McBride. Like, I don't know where you took Njoku. He obviously wasn't an early pick, but he wasn't your last round pick either because you had a kicker and a defense and other guys. It's like you probably should have taken another receiver there, and you probably could still get another receiver because Keon Coleman is your only backup receiver. It's no bueno. All right. Cody also has a super chat. Okay, so let's see how we feel about these teams. Purdy, Jake, this is 12-teamer, keeper of some sort. Purdy, Jacobs, JT, Jamar Chase, Evans, Kraft, McLaurin, Golden Fields, Eckler, Swift, Jacobs. Okay, so this one is
this is stacked. I mean, Jacobs, JT, Jamar Evans with McLaurin, Golden, Jacoby just on the bench, I guess, or maybe one of those guys is a flex. You got Swift behind the other running backs, Fields behind Purdy. This team is stacked.
Yeah, this is it's probably like a 9. The keeper probably helped. 12-team redraft here. Baker, Saquon Gentry, BTJ Wilson, and Njoku, McLaurin again, Pollard, Dax, Scatterboo, Pearsall, Ridley, and Chig just all on the bench. This is another good team.
Yeah, another good team. Not quite as stacked, but I mean, dude, Saquon Gentry, BTJ, Garrett Wilson with, again, I guess McLaurin the flex, but Pollard. Maybe you're flexing McLaurin and Pollard, but I mean, you got Pearsall on the bench, Ridley on the bench, Scatterboo. It's maybe not quite as strong as the other team, but pretty close, like 8-7-5.
Yeah. I mean, like if McLaurin doesn't even show up this season, you almost don't miss a beat. You just put Ridley in there. You got Pearsall on the bench. Yeah. Well done, Cody.
Yep.
Very well done. All right. Rhett, what's up, Rhett? I don't know if Rhett's in this draft or not, but he's definitely here. Wants to know, where's your question? He just did an auction league, $200. Remember he had asked about it earlier. Standard, meaning standard scoring. Oof. Fields, Gino, Hill, Wilson, Neighbors, Chase, Myers, Tillman, Addison, Downs, and then he got HN, Blue, and Ford. 4 flex. Remember, this is the league where he only needs one running back, and I think he already had HN, right? Wasn't it like a keeper?
Yeah. Wait. So he has Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, Garrett Wilson, Tyreek Hill, Jacoby Myers, Cedric Tillman, Jordan Addis. Jeez. He definitely, but I don't mind that strategy when you have Achane because you can just, you only need one running back.
Yeah.
I mean, Chase is going to be your wide receiver. You're going to be flexing Neighbors, Wilson, Myers, maybe Tyreek, maybe Tillman, maybe Addison when he's back. Yeah, I don't know if I would have. I mean, I guess Fields and Gino is okay, but I probably would like a little more depth behind Achane. But you only need one running back, so I guess just work the waiver wire, right? Just work the waiver wire.
Yeah, maybe just have Ollie Gordon on standby. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, you're hoping HN holds up. So we'll see. I mean, Ford will get touches, if nothing else, early in the season. Hopefully, you just don't need to flex him.
I mean, you basically got like 2 first rounders and a second rounder, so can't be upset with that.
No. Okay. Let's get back to this. It's almost my turn. we'll mention again, and I know you've seen it, but the live pilot, if you're doing a draft lane draft, it'll tell you exactly what you should do. And it smartly is telling me I still need another receiver because it's a 3-receiver league and I only have 2 receivers, but I already have 2 running backs and a tight end. I'm going to.
But remember, it's not just a draft lane draft. If you have a sleeper draft or a Yahoo draft, you can also use Live Pilot.
There you go. So you're up
to help you out. And again, it's our. I mean, it does say wide receiver. I mean, this is a best ball league. I can miss Addison for a few weeks and be okay. So basically, like it, we spent a lot of time on the algorithm, making it draft the way we would draft the player, using our rankings. So it doesn't just say, hey, pick the next best player. It looks at your team, looks at your roster, looks at the scoring, what you need, who you've drafted, etc. And I will say this year we lowered the price. So if you used it last year, you get to use it. What else in the world has gone down in price?
Nothing. I can guarantee you that.
So if you have a sleeper draft, a Yahoo draft, all you got to do is sync your leagues. Unfortunately, ESPN will not let us do it. So we can't use ESPN.
Right.
So here it says go running back. Yeah, Connor's
still yet to figure out why anybody really plays fantasy on ESPN anyways. But yeah, ESPN, no good. NFL.com, I don't know if it's even worth trying, but they also don't play nice. But if you have a Yahoo or Sleeper League, or of course a draft lane league, here we go. So live pilot, my turn. This is exactly what you would do if you were in the middle of your Yahoo draft, your sleeper draft. It would say, based on your draft, we strongly recommend this. Okay. Let me pick before I get autoed here. Let's see. All right, I think I recovered pretty well from going 0 wide receiver in the first 3 rounds. I'm pretty happy with my group.
I even got Bowers, which, by the way, we didn't even talk. Hysterical went Kittle as a tight end 1 in this draft.
I didn't even notice that. Wow. So he took Kittle before when Bowers was on the board. He took Kittle. Interesting.
Yeah, Kittle tight end 1 off the board.
Look, we're big on Kittle this year. I mean, I guess you could say, well, he wouldn't have made it back to him possibly in round 4. I mean, typically you can get Kittle in that range, but hey, get your guy.
Yep, get your guy.
There's Hawk. Hawk has been my guy. But I guess I went Bowers today. All right, let's see. Interesting. Shane, let's do some quick ones here. Just got another super chat, by the way. Shane, what's up, Shane Sylvia? Would you rather stash Rashawn Johnson or Chris Rodriguez?
Give me Chris Rodriguez. I don't even know if I don't even know what Rashawn Johnson's role is going to be. Like Swift and Monangai are tired. Go out there and take a snap. Yeah.
Nah, I just don't see it with Rashawn Johnson. We haven't heard anything. Any revelation here that all of a sudden there's like he looks like a different guy, so he's probably going to be the same guy. Let's see. I love the take, Blake. Anyone on the cover of Madden, auto fade.
There has to be some good, like some guys that were good. Let's see. Yeah. Who was on the cover the last 10 years?
I feel like a couple of years ago, Josh Allen was on the cover. I don't think it hurt him.
Oh, I think you're right. Well, in 2022, it was Brady and Mahomes. I guess, well, that was the MVP edition. I guess that wasn't the actual.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson in 2021, was he bad that year?
Maybe he got hurt. Who knows?
Yeah, it might have been a year he got hurt. Let's see.
Oh,
no, sorry, in 2020. Well, he did get hurt, but prior to that, he was averaging over 21 points per game, but he did get hurt.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll blame the Madden cover for that.
Well, then it was Mahomes in 2020. I'm pretty sure he was good in 2020. In fact, I'm pretty sure he was amazing.
He's been
he threw for 4,700 yards and 38 touchdowns that year. Was the number 2 QB that year.
Sorry I didn't get to this earlier. I just see this Nerd Space Games who says he's the number 1 pick in this draft. I think that's Baker Baking. How you pull up the draft board? See right here, this little hashtag, little draft board thingy right there. That's it. There you go. You can scroll. The next up wants to know if you trade Puka for Drake and Bucky.
Yeah, of course. Ooh. You're gonna get Drake and Bucky Irving. First of all, yeah. Drake London only goes. I mean, you can see it right there on the draft board. He only went 4 picks after Puka here.
Yeah,
and then you get Bucky Irving too. You have to take this trade. I think
I'm absolutely taking that. Drake London. I mean, I think Drake London might even produce more than Puka straight up this year. So yeah, I'm definitely taking that.
Yeah, definitely take that.
All right. This is from NTY. Thank you. 10-team PPR. At tight end, a veteran like Tucker or
I assume Tucker Kraft
or Spring or Spring for a rookie. Oh, yeah. I see. So he's saying like just wait for Tucker Kraft, or do I go like Tyler Warren?
I mean, I'd probably just wait for Tucker Kraft because I think he'll probably be fine. But I have no problem with Tyler Warren. I mean, with Daniel Jones, he should get. I think Tyler Warren's going to probably have an okay floor this year. Like he'll get a decent amount of catches, a decent amount of yards. I don't know how many touchdowns he's going to score. I mean, remember Daniel Jones in his historic 2022 season when he carried the Giants into the playoffs threw a whopping 15 touchdowns that year. 15. Yeah. 15.
That's the ceiling.
Like, I don't know how many touchdowns Tyler Warren's scoring this year, but he should get a decent amount of catches. I think I'd rather have the touchdown upside of Tucker Kraft, though. I feel like that's, unless you're in like a tight end premium league where you get like 2 points per reception or something, touchdowns are so important for tight ends, especially when you get to those later round guys. So I'd probably just rather have Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, give me Kraft. In fact, I'll just show you right now. We got Kraft over Warren. Look at the tight ends left. Wow, Porta's still just kind of hanging out there. I already got my tight end, but so there we go. Got Kraft before Kelsey, and then we got Warren, and then like the late round tight end backup. So yeah, I like Kraft. I like Kraft if I'm waiting on tight end, which most drafts, unlike this one, I am. He's one of my favorite fallback options. But I'm definitely not taking a tight end here. And let's see, live pilots, guide me. Another receiver. I don't love these options. I'm going to take the guy that I'm not going to get on the way back because you would take him.
Wants me to go wide receiver too. It's best ball. Just shoot for upside here.
Mike Tillman. We did just tweak the rankings too. So finally, I think Kirk slid up to his proper spot. And there's Bill. We didn't go crazy with him, but here he goes.
There goes Bill.
Oh, man. And there goes Laporta. Okay, got it. Some more here. Juice. Had a draft just today. 10-teamer. Here we go. Burrow, Etienne, Brees, Chase, BTJ, got Kincaid, Flowers, Swift, Etienne, Judkins, Ridley, Odunze, Downs. Thoughts? Well, pick first. Is your
here. Do I need QB? I don't think I need QB yet. I like Andrews. Let's see. Burrow, HM, Brees Hall, Chase, BTJ, got Kincaid, got Flowers. Swift on the bench. Ridley on the bench, Odunze on the bench. Well, you have studs. I mean, you got Chase, you got Achane, you got a stud QB. Obviously, you punted tight end, but that's okay. I mean, it's easy to say 2020 hindsight's 2020, but man, if I knew I was going to get Swift, I probably would have just preferred to wait on Hall and not take Hall. Take another wide receiver there. You got BTJ, you got Chase and BTJ and Achane. Wow, that's nice. Just realized that. It's pretty nice. Yeah, it should be a good team.
Yeah, I don't see any issues there.
Yeah, should be a very good
Not
team.
personally taking a lot of Etienne, but for the bench, it's fine. Got upside.
Do we
What
have
about?
did I just see a blank spot in the draft?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if that's Let me see. I'm pulling it up again. Well, hold on. Here we go. Yeah, it's still there. All right, we're gonna have to
Oh.
figure out who was that. Aussie forever. Okay, let's make sure whoever you wanted to take is on his squad. We'll get that fixed. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Who's on the clock? It's Philip, the Skeens enjoyer. All right, let's see what happens to this pick. I'm gonna just pull it up again. Yeah, it's still there. It's weird.
Who did he pick there?
I have no idea. It was right after Jaden Higgins and before Tyrone Tracy. I'll have to ask. Elmer's got a question. Elmer wants a rating here. Rolling with McCarthy as your number one QB. Interesting. That's a sign of that's what we call it. That's a flag plant right there. JT and Hampton, Mason, B Rob, JJ. Okay, I see. Puka, Ridley, Myers, Tillman, McBride.
I mean, yeah, JJ McCarthy may not give you the warm fuzzies at QB, but my goodness, JJ, Puka, Ridley, Myers, Tillman, you got McBride, you got JT, Hampton, Mason. I mean, really the only knock on this team is JJ McCarthy, and I think he'll be okay. I think this is a very good team. As long as JJ McCarthy's not an absolute, train wreck, you should be fine.
Yeah. I mean, you waited on QB, you might as well wait and get a guy like that. And if it's McCarthy or Stroud or Bryce Young or whoever is in that range, probably not a big difference. So if McCarthy is fine, you're more than fine. And if not, I think the worst case scenario, you drop him and you pick up one of those other quarterbacks I mentioned. So yeah, well done. And thank you. We missed you too. Glad everyone's coming back here. Yeah, you can always waiver wire for McCarthy. Look,
Right.
I think he'll be fine. That offense, you always say it's pass heavy. He's got Justin Jefferson. It's going to be pretty hard to fail. And so far, it sounds like there's been pretty good reports.
I mean, we've seen Nick I remember that year when is the year Cousins got hurt, right? And they were playing Josh Dobbs, and people were like, this guy needs to be starting somewhere. Like, that's how well Josh Dobbs is playing. Like, this guy needs to be a starter somewhere. Like, people were saying this, right? Nick Mullins, it's Kevin O'Connell. As long as it's not, like I said, as long as JJ McCarthy's not a complete train wreck, should be fine.
Yeah, and Dobbs, that year, right? Wasn't that year midseason? He was doing so well that they traded for him, right? Arizona traded for him because it was that year that Kyler Murray got hurt.
Yes, that's right. And then I think he had like one or two games in Arizona, and then it was like he went back down to being Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, like, okay, all right, now we see why you're a career backup.
It's just some coaches are just Kevin O'Connell just knows how to get the most out of a quarterback.
Yep. Speaking of, I do still need a quarterback. Is it going to tell me? Yes, it is. All right, so it knows I need a quarterback. You know what? Since it's best ball, let's go with a guy like Fields.
All right, wants me to take QB2. I'm fine with Purdy here.
Yeah, I think Purdy's fine. Another one from NTY. 2 receiver, 2 running back, tight end flex. Any rookies good enough? I can start at the wide receiver 2 or flex. Yes.
I mean, I think you could start. I don't know how I'm going to feel about Travis Hunter week 1, but I'm going to probably say Ted McMillan's worth flexing week 1.
Yeah, we have those guys. to go back real quick and see, like, relatively speaking, where they fall. Well, let me do it real quick. I know we're almost on the clock again, but look, Hunter here, right there in the range of guys like DJ Moore, Devontae Adams. Where did Tet go in this draft? I wonder. Oh, look right there. At the end of round 3, ahead of guys like Pickens. I mean, would you consider guys like Harrison and Pickens wide receivers too? Yes. And so, yeah, early season, okay, will be a little trickier, but yeah, those guys can definitely function as your number 2 receiver or flex. In a 10-teamer, I know it's a little trickier, but still, absolutely, they have the upside. All right, you're up than me. Feel like I should probably get another running back. No, it's telling me I should get receiver first. Yeah. Wow, we're already down here.
We're already down here.
It's like, I know, tweaking the rankings. I'm like, okay, we had to move Kyle Williams down. I moved him down, and like here he is still. So it's like, I know we're getting down to the weeds.
The weeds.
Yeah. All right. NMB. Okay. Yeah, we'll get your question. Let's see. All right, it's a big one. 3 receivers, super flex. Got Lamar and Burrow. Nice.
What?
Yeah. But
What?
okay. So got Hampton, the RB2 is Bigsby, and then we got Sharps, Mason, Chubb, Ollie. Went JJ, Rome, Pickens, Hunter, Pearsall, Burden, Thornton, Loveland. Yes, you need RB, but your receiver room is pretty deep.
That's what I like. How do you get Lamar and Burrow and still get Jefferson?
Yeah. Was there some keeper action here, or is it a dynasty?
There had to be some keeper action. I mean, I don't even care. I mean, the Mason should be fine. Bigsby should be, maybe even Chubb is your RB2. Like, who cares? You got Hampton. You got literally 2 stud QBs. You got Jefferson. I mean, your wide receivers are great. Lots of upside. Man, you smashed this. How do you get Lamar and Burrow and still get Jefferson? I have no idea. Like, what are these drafts you guys are in?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Unless
go with it. My league doesn't really stick to the norm. I mean, I guess not. Got Joe Burrow in the 3rd round of a super flex.
Joe Burrow in the 3rd round
of a super flex draft. Wait. But you know what that means? That means he took Lamar in round 1, and then when it came back around to him in round 2, Joe Burrow was just sitting there, and he's like, "No, let me take Jefferson." And then still Burrow's back, and he's like, "Fine, I guess I'll take Burrow now."
Yeah, they don't stick to the norm. They're like, you know what? You don't need good quarterbacks in this format. Take my RB2.
Like I just did a super flex draft where we took Burrow at the 4 in a 6-point passing touchdown league,
which makes sense.
Like if somehow we'd like Lamar Jackson was there and we took Lamar, and then when it came around to us, Burrow was there. There would have been no hesitation. Would have taken, we got Lamar and what?
It gets better.
Weird. So you took Jefferson in round 1, and it went all the way around in a super flex draft, and just nobody took QBs, and then you got Lamar and wow.
Well, I'll say good on you for knowing your league. I mean, I don't know if you expected that you could get Lamar in round 2 and Burrow in round 3, but you did it. So hey, good on you.
Exactly.
Juicy Boosie. All right, let's get Juicy Boosie on here. What is up? 10-man, also 2 QB, got Baker and Bo. Nice. Looking for a stack, either Terry or Sutton or Pickens and Jennings. Oh, okay. So you're looking to wheel and deal here. Terry for Sutton, would you do that based? I mean, I wouldn't, except if I was really worried now about McLaurin for the season, but still don't think I would.
I mean, I'm not worried about Terry for the season, but has this guy practiced at all yet? He hasn't practiced at all yet, right?
Not that I know of.
I mean, I don't love Sutton, but I might just take Sutton over Terry at this point. I would not trade Pickens and Jennings for Evans. As much as I like Evans, I think Pickens and Jennings that's two good players. Like, I wouldn't do that. I might just take Sutton over Terry at this point. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Playing it safe. Now you're saying for a stack, if it's not a best ball league, we're best ball here, but I don't think you need to force a stack. Just, you don't want to downgrade just to have the same players. You would do this. It's nice to have that stack, but you're doing this, I think, like I said, it's because you're worried, hey, man, Terry's not out there, and who knows when a deal is going to get done. That would be mainly the reason to do that. Which, I can't tell you no. Who knows what's going on here? Sounds like it's at least one side. I know Terry and his side, he's pretty much sounds like he's digging in his heels.
Yeah. And the thing, like we've talked about this, like even if next week, because remember that's the lead up to the game next week. Even if he returns to practice, that is the only football stuff he's done. Like, he's probably not going to go out there week one and just be, going. Like, we saw this with CeeDee Lamb last year. We saw this with Brandon Ayuk last year. These guys, they missed significant time in training camp and they got off to very slow starts. Of course, Ayuk never got going because he tore his ACL. But even CeeDee Lamb, like, by the time CeeDee Lamb started to pick it up, like after their bye week, then Dak got hurt. Now, I'm not saying JD's going to get hurt. I sure hope JD doesn't get hurt. But are you okay with Terry McLaurin potentially giving you a month or more of just mediocre production just for the hope that you get good production the rest of the season, right? Like Terry McLaurin is not CeeDee Lamb. Like, it's not like, hey, this guy's a top 3 wide receiver. Like, it's fine if he struggles for the first month. It's like, no, he's like a top 20 wide receiver, right? 15 wide receiver.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I might just take Sutton at this point.
Yeah, the thing is, typically you would say, well, McLaurin goes before Sutton, coming off a great season. You could get something along with him, you can get Sutton plus another like a running back or something. But the way it is right now, I don't think you're in that position to do that because of the McLaurin situation. So yeah, like I said, I'm not opposed to this. If you want to get out from under McLaurin, because you don't want to worry about that, I think it's fine. Let me see. 10 seconds. Do I have enough Ollie Gordon?
How many picks do we even have left here?
I think this is the last round, isn't it?
No, with two more picks.
2 more rounds. Oh, okay. 2 more rounds.
All right, wants me to go wide receiver. Wow. We have Dyami Brown this high?
I'm still in on Dyami Brown. For best ball, especially.
Yeah. Demario Douglas might not be the best pick for best ball, honestly.
Yeah. The Conscious Machine has returned. Conscious Machine wants to know, keeping Gibbs for the 6th pick. Okay, who do you like at pick 19 in the 12-teamer? Bucky Bowers or one of the QBs or BTJ?
I think it's got to be. Is it PPR? Full PPR? I think I'm going BTJ. Full PPR, BTJ.
Yeah, I don't think you need to take one of those quarterbacks. Yeah, we have BTJ ranked highest here, so yep. Oh, he threw in Chase Brown. I still think BTJ over Chase Brown, right?
Yeah, BTJ over Chase Brown, but that definitely makes it closer. But yeah, BTJ. Although I will say, I'm not out on BTJ by any stretch, but I'm a little nervous because we do now know that Travis Hunter probably going to be playing primarily wide receiver. Does that knock BTJ down just a little bit? But you got Gibbs, so all right. Wants me to go running back here.
Man, brutal, hysterical with 6 straight running backs, taking Ollie Gordon off the board, robbing us all of our late round RB picks. Let's see. I already know what it's going to say. Yes, I should take another running back. Let's go for something exciting. Like Chris Rodriguez. No. Fine. I went boring. Let's see. What else can we get in? This is the last round, I believe. I think we already answered all the super chats. So by the way, guys, I know this draft is about to wrap up, but we're not done because we're going to get in another best ball draft. This is best ball on Draft Lane, which supports it for not just these big tournaments. No, your league can do just like a regular redraft league. You do it, but best ball scoring. And that's something we want to make sure we have. Best ball is growing in popularity, but maybe you want to play best ball, but not join a big money tournament, right? Just do a free best ball league. Well, here you go. This is why we have it. It's an option here along with all the other options that we have. How about this? We'll do some quickies here. Fernando Lopez, would you do Ridley and Bill for Sutton?
Nah. I like Ridley more than Sutton.
And he's saying because he has Bo Nix. No, that's the case, I think, of like forcing a stack. I mean, we both have Ridley over Sutton straight up.
Yeah.
All right. What else? That's funny. I noticed that. I wasn't going to say anything. Nerd Space Games, he's team one, Baker gonna bake. He already had Burrow, but then he's like, I have to take Baker. But he's like, you forced me to take Burrow. He was gonna take Baker anyways.
I mean, you don't have to take Burrow.
You didn't have to, but
yeah.
And then
let him fall more.
I mean, if you already had it like in your minds, which understandable, right? You're like, I'm gonna take Baker Mayfield no matter what. You don't have to take Burrow, but you took the value. There you go. All right. Yes, thank you. This comment definitely deserves to be up. Cam Ward is good. Other John, what's up, Other John?
We took Kyler and Nix. Give me Nix. I'm not drafting Kyler.
Yes, Nix for sure.
We took in our Superflex draft today. We took Michael Penix and Cam Ward. Stacking Cam Ward with Ridley.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right. So this draft is done real quick. Those who maybe don't know, I feel like we have a few new viewers on here. So in Draft Lane, when you get your draft all finished, here we go. And this one, it just so happens it set my lineup for me already because it's best ball. And if you didn't hear what I just said 2 minutes ago, we have best ball. And so you can do this. Now, of course, you can mix it up. Not that it matters. I'll probably put Najee on the IR here just because, don't expect much from him. Not that it matters because it's best ball scoring, so it'll automatically know who to put in your lineup. One thing you definitely should and can do, which you also can do on those other platforms, boost a player. You're going to pick a player week one that you think is going to go off, and that gets you extra points, an extra 50% boost. No quarterbacks, right? Trying to kind of even the playing field out here, but any other player that you want. And so pick a player, any player. I think I'll go with this Barkley guy. And then that's it. And then you can also do the NFL picks. Yeah. So why would you do this? You pick the winners of the real NFL week one matchups. And as it says there, you can have an extra half point added to your weekly score for every pick. But be careful because if you pick wrong, it'll take away half a point. So you're basically getting a little bit more skin in the game here. You test your knowledge of NFL, your prediction skills, I should say, too, and get you a chance to do a little something extra. And if you're like, I don't know, Steelers, Jets, they both suck. I don't want to pick. Okay, don't pick. All right, don't pick this one. You can only pick the games that you feel good about. That way, you reduce your risk. Boom, there you go. And you go back and change it anytime before the games actually start. All right. And then one other thing that I think is super cool, the league picks. You can pick the winners of your fantasy league matchups. I just saw the draft. It's like, I know Chris is pretty good at drafting. I think I'll pick his team. No, I don't know about all these. I'll take a chance on myself. Of course, Aldi Baker gonna bake, but I don't know. You got those two quarterbacks. I think I'll go with Phillips' team. All right. Anyways, whatever you pick, that's another way to get yourself possibly an extra win for the week. Now, all these are optional settings. Your commissioner can change it anytime, but this is all stuff that DraftLane has that the other places don't. So try it out, draftlane.com/play. You can join a free public league right now, anytime. You can create your own league right now. You just go to DraftLane, right? Download the app. It's free. App Store, Play Store. Download DraftLane. If you do download DraftLane and you try it out, it also helps us if you appreciate what we're trying to put out there. Rate us, give us a 5-star rating, and that will just help us out. So we definitely appreciate that. You guys show us a lot of love here on the stream, so that would definitely be a big favor that we ask. And of course, hit thumbs up on the stream as well. So that was Endgame Community Draft number 13. We are now 13 drafts in, and guess what? We're not done. We're going to keep doing these. All right.
Yes. So
today, though, right now, we're ready for another kind of best ball action, right?
Let's do it. Let's do an underdog draft. We got the puppy back.
The puppy part 4. You probably, if you do want to join this, you're going to have to do it quick. I'm guessing this probably fills in like 48 hours.
Yes.
All right.
Or less.
Yeah, if not less. All right. Let's do one, guys. You want to jump in here. And of course, standard disclaimer. If you haven't tried Underdog, try Underdog. Okay. So this is a big tournament for money. You join Underdog. You have a chance for what? $5. Have a chance to win thousands of dollars of prizes. And even if you don't come in first and win the whole thing, you don't have to. You can just win your little league of 12 men and you can win a pretty good amount of money. You can get your money back pretty easily. There's a lot of great chances to win. $5 for the fun of drafting a fantasy football team. So try Underdog. If you haven't yet, you still got time to get some of these best ball preseason drafts in. And even if you don't, and if you're like, what's best ball? You know what? Join Underdog. You do the picks because we're going to talk every week about our favorite pick'ems, higher, lower on season-long picks, week 1 picks, anything that they got. And it's not just NFL. So anyways, if you haven't tried Underdog, try Underdog, join, but make sure you use code ENDGAME when you check out and create your account because that gets you a free pick, up to $1,000 of bonus cash. And as of right now, I believe, right, they still got it going on, the 5 and you get 50. Is that what it is?
Yep.
All right. So if you spend $5 on anything, you get an extra $50 of bonus cash. I mean, this is the time to do it. This is when all the promos are going on. Trust me. This is the time. All right. But this is also time for us to draft. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Puppy 4, 20 seconds per pick. All you guys, you already have your accounts. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, go.
3 more to start.
And we're full. All right.
And
very
you're
nice.
full.
Well done. Interesting. Kind of a random. Okay. I'm sure this preceded something else before it. Conscious Machine. How old is Swift? I happen to know this because we talked about it the other day. He's 26.
26. Still a young guy, actually. Hey, you got the 101.
Nice. I feel like it's been a while since I had the 101.
Yeah, it has been a while. I got the 11 again. I'll take that. I'll take the 11.
All right. Soul Nas wants to know Jacoby or Swift at the flex. Like start for week 1, or are you talking about draft?
Yeah. Who do the Bears play? Who do the Raiders play? I mean, I think if it's PPR, I would go Jacoby as long as his matchup is fine, which I think it is. I think the Raiders have a pretty good.
I think the Raiders play the Patriots.
I don't know. I mean, Swift probably gives you. I mean, even Jacoby. I don't know. I'd probably go Jacoby, but again, we haven't dove into the week 1 matchups yet, or at least I haven't dove into the week 1 matchups yet.
No, we're going to get that stuff out pretty soon. It's crazy, honestly. I'm like Really? We're doing start sit already? But yeah, really, because it's less than 2 weeks away now. So it's a good thing. By the way, big shout, Tropic Sky. He says it's the first time joining one of our drafts.
Nice.
Nice.
Welcome. Good luck.
All right.
You can snipe me. You can snipe me at the 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I got the 1. You are at the 11.
At the
All right, so
11.
he's at the 10. I don't know if anybody else in here. Oh, Daniel. I see Daniel at the 5. All right. Yeah, finally got into one. I know. They fill quick. Sometimes it's like, man, sometimes we don't even get in the same one.
True.
Okay, interesting here. Sean, well, you're about to pick. I'll wait till you get your turn, and then I'll put this up.
Damn.
I'll distract you.
This will go Sun God.
Wow. So I was like, I'm going back because I'm looking at the board because I'm looking at the comments. This is already different. Gibbs was the first running back taken here at the 3.
Yeah, I did not expect I would have to be between, Sun God. I definitely thought about Derrick Henry, even Derrick Henry over London, but I go wide receiver here.
Yeah, it's tough. Honestly, keep saying at the turn, it's tough because you have too many good choices. Well, now I'm going to be at the other
Well, I
turn.
really thought I would get one of Neighbors or Nico, but negative.
Nope. All right, Sean Martin, how about this? Trade offer, CMC and Golden for Hill in London.
Ooh.
That is interesting.
I mean, I'd probably go CMC and Golden. Although, yeah, I mean, I like Golden a lot, so it makes it a little easier for me. And I don't like Hill at all. So makes it a little easier here. But I certainly could see like this. I could certainly see how this trade could blow up in your face. Like if CMC gets hurt and Golden, struggles as a rookie, you might be like, oh, that trade hurt. But I would rather gamble on the CMC, being healthy and being one of the best players in fantasy.
Yeah, I think if we had more faith in Tyreek Hill, it's a tough one. I mean, it's a tough one either way. Okay, hold on. Speaking of, I'm going to pass on Tyreek Hill here. McBride or Hampton? I'm going to go McBride, actually.
Hampton already at the 2-3 turn, huh?
Yeah, I know. It's like, I don't know. I'm not saying I can't do it. And I know I've talked up Hampton again, but I think I'll be okay waiting at running back here. Yeah, look, the risk here is CMC staying healthy, of course. Tyreek Hill, both. Well, I say both, but A, staying healthy, right, with a wrist, plus now some oblique thing. B, not having lost any steps or half steps or whatever. And C, actually being happy and wanting to play in Miami and all that stuff. So, yeah, I'd rather take a chance on the CMC Golden side. And I love London, but there you go. Jesse, got a question. What's up, Jesse? Another first-time viewer. Glad you're here. Thoughts on the 1-1 in a 14-teamer? Okay, so Chase or Robinson first. I think we got Chase.
Yeah, Chase.
But then what? Then what?
Well, I mean, it's going to be, I mean, I don't know. You don't know who's going to be there, but I mean, you're probably going to be looking at guys like, Jacobs. I mean, maybe Jacobs will be there.
Well, look where we're at right here, right now. Right here where we're drafting. So I had the turn, all right, but this is a 12-teamer, but you're at the 14, right. 28, 29, the players who just got taken. This is what you're going to be looking at. Running back, Hampton, maybe you get Kyron, right? If you're lucky, Jacobs. If I think if Jacobs falls, you take him. But then you just like Tyreek Hill, Marvin Harrison, or do I go QB? Right? I think those are your options. If McBride falls, I think you take McBride. I don't think you have to go in ahead of time saying I'm going to take this player, that player. We always say that, right? But what,
Right.
like, if your best running backs available there are Kyron or Hampton, like, are you going Kyron or Hampton? Or would you rather take those receivers? I think I'd rather go with the receivers.
Yeah, I'd probably go with the receivers.
Let me see. I think Harrison's fine. I hate using that word because fine doesn't win championships. I might just be more down on Harrison than most, but yeah,
I'm starting to like get worried about Marvin Harrison, just Kyler, man.
Yeah, that's it. It's not Harrison I'm worried about, it's Kyler. I would say this. So what about the thought about taking quarterback on the way back? I'm probably not.
Yeah, the thing is, in a 14-teamer, like, I mean, look, you're talking at the 2-3 turn now. When it comes back to you at the end of round 4, if one of those elite QBs are still on the board, sure. Like at the 4-5 turn, sure. But at the 2-3 turn, no. You don't want to get, you don't want to fall so far behind at the other positions in a 14-teamer because it's hard to catch up. You're not just going to be able to go to the waiver wire and, find a lot of fantasy gold out there, typically.
Yeah, and he's saying he said later worried about RB depth there. Yeah, I mean, depth will be sure. I mean, definitely will be an issue. Oh, hold on, I'm on the clock. Almost on the clock. Yeah, depth will be an issue in a 14-teamer, but that doesn't mean you want to reach, right? Don't grab a running back just for the sake of grabbing a running back. Speaking of, okay, let's see. Jacobs, Chase, McBride. Let's see. Running back, receiver. I'll go running back, like Walker. Okay. So yeah, you kind of just have to take what the board gives you, basically.
Yeah. Just don't stress. Don't freak out.
You're gonna get a good player no matter what.
I mean, you already know, like, the 101, that's easy. So you should have no stress about that.
Yeah, it's always situational. I mean, always starting from round 1. A guy falls you didn't think would fall to the end of round 1. You take that guy. You think, well, I can get Nico Neighbor. You know what? It just always depends. You know what? Sometimes you're in a super flex league and you get Joe Burrow in round 3. Things happen.
Oh, I still can't believe that.
Yeah, well, that's funny. Similar question. Nicholas wants to know recommendations 14-man league that it has not drafted yet.
Like, what do you mean?
Same thing we just said. Take what the board gives you. Don't, we did a strategy video, right? A couple of weeks ago, however long it was. Those things, don't force it. Don't feel like you have to take this position. You have to take that position. Take what the board gives you. Go for value. You know what? Don't live in the past. Don't draft the guys who won your league in 2022.
I will say, as a general rule of thumb, the deeper the league, the more I'm going to be, like, the less I'm going to feel like I have to take early QB or early tight end. Because the deeper the league, the more important, winning that flex position becomes, assuming there's a flex. Because you think about it, like if you're in a 14 team league where you start 3 wide receivers and a flex, if you have a flex that is giving you good production every single week, a lot of people in your league are probably going to have flexes that are very like, I don't know what I'm going to get from my flex this week, right? I don't know what I'm going to, maybe I'll have a good game. Maybe it'll be a terrible game. And so as long as your quarterback and tight end are okay, meaning like they're not murdering you every week, like they're not killing you, like they're giving you, like your QB's giving you 17, 18 points, your tight end's giving you 8 to 10 points, then the advantage those teams have that drafted QB early, really they don't have a big advantage over you because you're smashing them at the flex. The shallower the league, then I'm like, yeah, I can go QB early, I can go tight end early because there's probably going to be a lot of people on the waiver wire. That's the other thing. Like if you're in a deep 14-team league, like what do you know what I mean? You can't just go out and be like, well, I can fix my flex later in the season. Like with who? How are you going to fix it?
Yeah.
Unless you get lucky. Unless you get really lucky, right?
Okay, this could not have gone any better. There's no way I thought Joe Burrow would fall to me, but he did. 10 picks.
I almost
after
took Joe Burrow where I took James Conner. How is Joe Burrow still on the board?
Joe Burrow, pick 72 with Chase.
Wow.
Let's go.
That's amazing.
I like it. Sometimes I love it when a plan comes together. Okay. I love when the question starts. Is it crazy? Usually it is, but no.
Yes.
7 Cairo, is crazy to take Genty at 6?
Yes. Yes. There are players on the board at 6 who we know are great. We've seen them in the NFL. Don't think you need to take Genty that high.
Yeah. I wouldn't say crazy because, like, okay, first round for the most part, late first round, and we have more like an early second, but unnecessary. You could take, it's what we said at the very, very beginning, right? You're like, well, Genty could be the next Saquon, or you could just take the actual real Saquon, and
Right.
like, but like you may not get Saquon at 6, but still, like, you could get a stud receiver. You probably could get Gibbs. You probably could get one of those guys. Yeah, this is this is a new contest. The Puppy 4 is just open, but yeah, I just noticed that Jordan Mason, you've been big on Jordan Mason, so his ADP is 84. Aaron Jones, his ADP says 81, but he's still on the board, and Mason was already taken.
Yeah, as it should. I mean, Mason, I think, should honestly be going ahead of Aaron Jones.
He kind of is. At least he did in this one. I noticed.
I do not like
this must be tied. It must be tied to the McLaurin situation. Debo now has all of a sudden jumped up. He was like in the 60s.
Dang. Yeah, I guess people are like, hey, if McLaurin's not going to be out there.
Yeah, I don't know about that though. Don't know if I'm reaching for Debo. Let's see. What's up? Trone Force is back. Got CMC and Garendo. Would you not try to trade for B-Rob? Are you just owning every 49ers running back?
Well, I mean, you get CMC and Garendo. Like, I mean, is B-Rob even the handcuff? That's the question here. Like,
yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, I guess if you want every 49er running back, but yeah, I'm probably not. I mean, Eckler for B-Rob, sure. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, is Eckler like? I mean, Eckler will probably be like, he'll have some games, right? He'll have like a few games here and there. Like, are you really ever starting Eckler?
Probably not.
I mean, as down as I am on Kupp, I still don't think I would trade Kupp for B-Rob because, again, B-Rob is now just a handcuff. At least Kupp is still technically a starting wide receiver. Although I don't know how long it'll be till Torrey Horton takes over.
Well, I think if you have Garendo and CMC already, like I think you're covered. So nah, I don't think B-Rob is more than just a waiver wire pickup, anyways. What about Solna's question? Would you trade Nico and Hampton for Evans and JT?
Nah. I mean, look, Hampton only went what? Less than a round after JT now. But Evans, we're talking like 2 rounds after Nico. I think as much as I like Evans, I like Nico significantly more. I think Hampton and JT, I'd still prefer JT to Hampton, but it could be close. I'm keeping Nico and Hampton.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing a pressing need here, like a reason to do this.
Right. There's no, yeah.
Red and gold, it's Chase. Chase is the number 1 player. Take Chase.
Yes, Chase.
Fair to ask here, Cassius. What's up, Cassius? How are we feeling about Puka? Kind of the same.
Yeah, you got to be a little nervous because it's funny because I did like a panic video, and of course I talked about Puka and even Adams with the whole Stafford thing, and literally like some of the comments I got were like, "It's football; anybody can get hurt," and I'm like, "Do you not understand the difference risk level between a guy who already has a herniated disc in his back versus like who's like pushing 40 years old versus like a 25-year-old fully healthy player? Like, do you not like those 2 things are exactly the same to you?" It's like, yeah, I understand anybody can get hurt in football, but when a guy's already seriously injured, I think he's more at risk. Not a doctor though, so maybe I'm wrong. But that being said, you got to be a little nervous. You got to be a little nervous for Puka and even Adams, right? Because if Stafford gets hit and he's all of a sudden he's on the ground, he can't stand up or whatever, like we're looking at Jimmy G.
Yep, that's not the worst backup quarterback, but
True.
also not the best. So, on one hand, you want to give kind of vote of confidence to the system and Sean McVay and all that, but still, it's not the same with a different quarterback. No. So, yeah, a little worried, not dropping him too far, but a little nervous. I am, and I'm not surprised. B-Rob's ADP hasn't fallen too much. I guess people assume 49ers, that's good, but I don't know. Where are all the receivers? Like the good receivers. Man, for real. I hate taking a guy that I used to get so late, but oh well. Here we go, Keenan. All right. Yeah, there's always risk. That's the thing, Puka, and to some extent neighbors. I think that's just one of those little slight things that gives Nico maybe the edge, right? Go Nico over neighbors Puka. Should be less injury risk.
Yeah, I've had Nico over Puka for even if Stafford was healthy, I'd still put Nico over Puka. I just think Nico's competing with Christian Kirk. Puka's competing with Devontae Adams. Say what you want about Devontae Adams. He's a better receiver he's going to get more targets than Christian Kirk. But yeah, Neighbors is the toe, right? Because even though it like sounds like he's fine, I think he's going to start the season and be fine, and I think Neighbors is going to be great. That toe is not going away. It's like Stafford's back injury is not going to it's not going to fix itself. He's either going to be able to manage it and avoid serious injury and play all season, or he's going to get hit or something and he's not. And same with the toe. Now, I will say the difference, I think, between Stafford with his back and Neighbors with his toe is Neighbors has had the toe issue in college and played through it. He had the toe issue last year and played through it. So we've seen Neighbors play through it. It's not like, it's not like this is a new thing here.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's what makes it just not too concerning. Okay. Darren Dobbs, are you still on? Darren Dobbs, let's do your question real quick. Because I did it a couple times. There's another 10-teamer, Jackson May, Bijan Taylor, Kamara, Mason, Harvey. Wow. RG Harvey's like your 5th running back. Kittle. Okay. We went RB heavy. Flowers, Igbuka, Diggs, Hunter, Waddle, Wilson. Oh, no.
Oof.
No,
those are
good. I mean, there's no clear number 1 receiver, I guess you could say, but like Wilson and okay, well, there's Wilson is like your 2 and Waddle. It's still good.
This is not the wide receiver room I want in a 10-team PPR.
It's more RB heavy for sure.
Definitely more RB heavy. But it is, I mean, look, you went double hero RB, so, and you grab Lamar. I mean, but it's a 10-teamer, right? So, I mean, I hope you only need 2 of them. Like, I hope it's like 2 wide receiver so you can play 3 of those running backs. I really hope. I mean, if that's the case, you're fine. If you only need 2 of these guys, I mean, you should be okay, right?
I think so. All right, let's grab more Tillman. All right, there we go. Yeah, I feel like quarterbacks are again going pretty early. I'm going to mess around and miss a backup quarterback.
I'm happy to get Fields Goff. Got 2 stacks.
It's just hoping that Geno falls to me. That's where I'm at.
Geno should be fine.
Yeah, I should only need him for like 1 week, right? Just for week 10.
Yeah, you got Burrow. That's right. Yeah, you're fine.
That's the thing. And at this time I actually looked at it because I remember this. Like I was like, I'll take Cam Ward as my backup quarterback. But Cam Ward has the same bye week as Burrow. So I didn't do that. Or I guess I could have gone Bryce Young. I just don't have any Panthers, which is a shame. I really like in these tournaments getting Bryce Young as my backup quarterback and then JT Sanders as my either second or third tight end. That's just kind of my favorite late stack.
All in on the Panthers.
All in. Let's go. This is the year.
I think it could be. I think it definitely could be.
Kevin, if you're playing in a 4-man league, then got some advice for you. It doesn't have to do with start sit, but
4-man? No.
10-man. All right, so Dak May, Hampton Brown, Nico Puko, Dunze, McBride, Swift Myers.
10-man. Hampton. I assume that's Chase Brown. I mean, if that's Chase Brown, you did great. I mean, well, you got Nico, Puka, Hampton, Chase Brown, McBride, Dak, Swift Myers as your flexes. Yeah, you should be just fine here. You should be just fine.
Yeah, I think you'll be all right. Okay. Thankfully, got Geno Smith. Just something I rarely say. Hmm. And all right. Yes, Toronto leagues less than 12. Yeah, we do have a lot of 10-man leagues though, right? It feels like a lot of people play in 10-man.
For sure. Even a lot of 8-man leagues. We had a lot of questions during the season on the streams. It's like, do I start, like Bijan Robinson, Chase Brown, or Jonathan Taylor at my RB2 spot? Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
It's like, who's your RB1?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean your RB2 spot? Who's your RB1?
It's true. Hey, everybody starts somewhere, but that's where we come in, right? And try to help the people who aren't let's just say expert level or as experienced, like everybody's different levels.
That is true.
I mean, my first league, it was granted a long time ago. It was an 8-team league, it lasted for a long time. That's how a lot of home leagues start.
Yeah, I've never played in a league with less than 10 players. Even our home league started as 10. Now, the league started with 10 players at the start of the season, but we'd end up down to like maybe 5 or 4 by the end of the year.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't always last. Yeah.
Darius Slayton might be my highest drafted player this year in underdog.
Really? I think he's one of your favorite late round picks. Hey, Russ can still toss the moon ball.
And look, Jackson Dart, I know it's just preseason, but Jackson Dart's look pretty good.
This is true. Like, I had my doubts, but Dart has looked good. I feel like they will give him a chance. Let's say mid-season when the Giants are like 3-7. Like,
yes.
Why not? All right. Well, we got a couple more rounds here. Let's see. I feel like I need more running backs.
I think all I need is tight end.
Oh.
I like getting to the end of the draft and just needing tight end. Of course, I say that now. I don't know if I'll feel the same way at the end of the year.
Yeah. I'm surprised, honestly, that in an underdog draft that Chris Rodriguez, people aren't taking shots earlier, right?
Right.
Sure, why not? All right. Yes. Thank you, Flacco. Always putting in the work in the comments. Agreed. Hit the like. We did a draft lane draft a little earlier. Now we got an underdog draft going on. Best ball. It's like best ball mania up in here. Best ball back to back. We did a best ball draft on draft lane. And now we're doing another underdog tournament. This is the puppy 4, by the way. If you want to get in on here, $5. $5 to get a puppy 4. You're going to need to join soon because it's probably going to be full like by tomorrow night.
Yeah, probably. Tomorrow night. Yes.
What's the max in here, anyways? Is there a max?
Oh, I'm
150.
sure there is.
150. Yeah, I don't know if anybody will be able to max, but that's okay. I don't think anybody will. Oh, was it you? No, I almost thought you took Jackson Dart.
No, I don't need QB. I took Gesicki, and then I'll probably take Schultz. And if he goes, I'll take my boy Noah Gray.
Yeah. Well, as you were talking, because you have Darius Slayton. Do you have a lot of do you have any Dart Slayton stacks or even like Russ Slayton?
I have Russ Slayton, definitely. I don't know about Dart Slayton.
Yeah, honestly don't think I have taken any Dart. Any of these. Just not sure what the wheeling, even if he gets the starting job, like whenever, like what's the weekly ceiling really?
Right.
Oh, here we go. Last pick coming up. Nobody wants Garendo, huh? Like at all.
Well, he's RB3 now.
Yeah, I guess. Hmm. What are my
it
other
doesn't even
options?
matter. It just feels like this is the year of McCaffrey. And I don't mean Luke. I don't mean Luke.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, if he stays healthy, who cares who the RB2 is, right?
Right.
Hmm. Just trying to figure out if there's anybody actually any better worth taking. All right. How about this? This is the year also. It's going to be coinciding the year of Christian McCaffrey returning and the year of Kendre Miller. There we go.
It does sound like Kendre is the RB2 there. Oh, man.
We're back in, babe. We're back in.
All right.
All right.
Where is this? The Puppy 4. Here we go. Puppy 4. Here we go.
That's it.
All
All right. Let's check out this draft. You went Fields and Goff. Very solid. Ceiling and, well, actually more ceiling. Goff isn't a floor guy. He's very spiky too.
Right. I got Goff way past ADP. I was surprised, which is nice because I got him with Sun God. I got Fields with Garrett Wilson.
Very nice.
I did go a little. I wouldn't say I went 0 RB, but I did go 4 straight wide receivers.
Yeah, but then Harvey, Connor, 1-2. That's solid. Warren, Sampson, Spears, Rico. All right. Pretty good.
They're running backs.
And then here's the strength. Sun God and London. Not bad there. Wilson and Devontae Adams as your fourth. Not bad there. Keon Coleman sighting. DeMar Douglas. Is that your first? How much Keon Coleman do you have?
I have a couple. I've been I don't want to say I'm coming around on Keon Coleman, but with Shakir likely missing the start of the season, it's best ball. Maybe. It's just when I get into that, when I see that range of wide receivers, I'm like, no one here like jumps out at me. So
that's exactly it. You're looking at like Cooper Kupp and,
yeah,
you guys are like, all right. And then I'm going to guess you have 3 tight ends that are tight ends that you got after pick 100. There you go. Evan Ingram.
Yep.
All right. I like Ingram, Gesicki, and Schultz. You got a lot of Schultz.
Yeah, I like getting like one good enough tight end, like an Ingram, and then just getting 2 like last pick tight ends.
All right.
Try to Frankenstein together a tight end.
I feel like that could be a winning team. That's pretty good. All right. Somehow got Burrow at pick 72. Don't know why, but thank you, crazy. Draft room. Gino, let's just hope he only plays in my lineup 1 week.
Exactly.
All right. Thoughts on this? So
a Mixon pick.
It's really weird. And I don't know why, because this is almost like, is this me? Like who's making this decision? Even in our draft lane drafts, when it's like gets to that range and like it's pick 100-ish, and then like the running backs there, like I'm like, let me take Mixon. I don't know why lately. Now I'm like, take a chance on Mixon. I don't
I
know.
don't think it's a bad pick at all because, again, this is first of all, you got Jacobs, Kenneth Walker. You shouldn't need Mixon early in the season, hopefully, but
Right.
it's the best ball draft. If this guy comes back, even if he comes back week 10, like something extreme like that, like you got Mixon for the stretch run.
Oh, well, if he's not back till week 10, then yeah, I feel like this was a bad pick at where I took him. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I don't even want to do it, but I'm like, I think it's that range, right? That's almost like the dead zone there, like right before pick 100. Like nobody looks good. This is why I think if you don't wait on quarterback, that's where all the quarterbacks are that aren't the elite ones. They're all, and so if you're like, I already have my quarterback, like, well, what are you going to do? I'll take Joe Mixon. But I like this running back room overall. I got some upside. So this was a little less star heavy after Chase because I went early tight end and somewhat early quarterback. So what do you think of this after Chase? Ridley, Myers, Pittman, Keenan, Tillman, Wandale.
It's an interesting room. I mean, I like Ridley and Myers a lot. I think Keenan will probably give you some spike weeks. Tillman should give you some spike weeks. We'll see about Pittman. I obviously can't be quite as high on Pittman after we got Daniel Jones announced as a starter because everything's going to be so short, right? You just know everything's going to be so short. Yeah. And then Wandale, okay.
The other Giants wide receiver, yeah, I don't know. He's okay. He'll give me some weeks. And then I got Trey McBride and JT Sanders.
Yeah, your tight end's very strong. So no, this is a good team. I like this. Overall, I like this team a lot, actually.
All right. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So there you go. That's the Puppy 4. And of course, we're going to do some more of these, assuming we still have room. It's going to fill up quick, so get in there. If for some reason you haven't done Underdog yet, you want to get an Underdog draft, well, you have to have an Underdog account. If you don't have one, sign up now. Your first deposit, you can get up to $1,000 of bonus cash for a 50% deposit match, and you get a free pick. And you spend $5, you get $50 in bonus cash. So lots of bonuses there, lots of reason to try it. So just make sure when you do sign up, you get that if you use code ENDGAME, right? When you're checking out, put code ENDGAME right there as you see it, and you get lots of free stuff. And you get to draft and hopefully draft with us next time. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget about Draft Lane as well. We're going to do another one of these and another Draft Lane draft. If you want to jump in there with us, well, make sure you got notifications on. Make sure you subscribed, of course, on the way out. If you forgot, hit the thumbs up. Thank you for supporting us. And we will see you on the next one.